Now going into a topic to finish things off, and I just thought this was pretty interesting, and I just want to bring up. But I want to talk about the former Dolphins running back, Jay Ajayi. He receives a settlement for the NFL insurance policy. I'm going to go ahead and read this. And it says, Miami Dolphins running back Jay Ajayi had one of the most interesting football journeys in recent memory. He was born in London, went to Boise State, got drafted in the 5th round in 2015. And he was 2.5 years with the Dolphins before being traded to the Philadelphia Eagles for a conditional 4th-round pick. And never forget that time in Miami where he rushed for almost 2,000 yards. Definitely big take. That's why he got into the Pro Bowl. But most importantly, going forward, unfortunately for him, going into 4 games, for his first full season with the Eagles, he suffered an ACL. And the remainder of 2018, and he only played 3 games. And in 2019, he played his final 3 games of his career. But luckily for the running back, he had taken out an insurance policy in case of a serious injury were to happen, and in that case, he would receive a maximum payout of $5 million after taxes. Since he signed just a 1-year contract of $805,000 in 2019 after the injury, the insurance policy was supposed to kick in. However, there's now current battles going on that are preventing this, but there's going on. I believe there's certain things in being spoken about in the courts and in the back end, trying to figure this whole payout for him and try to see what they settle for. But it looks like he's going to get something. He is going to get something out of this. He's going to settle for something. I just thought it was interesting. I wanted to bring that up.
Good for him, man. I mean, the insurance companies have been screwing people for a minute, man, and this guy's able to get that money. Good luck for him if he can pull the whole amount.
Well, here's a question now. Do you think this is going to be a wake-up call for other players?
If any player... I mean, I don't know about insurance, but if you're a player, especially in the NFL, that's such a brutal sport, that your career, life expectancy within that sport, it's so small. I mean, the average is like 3 years.
Yeah,
it is
4 years.
So silly of you to think that you're going to be there forever or be one of the top. When you're making that money, you got to start moving it. You start moving it, start investing it. Insurance policy, that's fine. I think everybody within that space should have that. David Beckham had that policy. I think Tom Brady has it. All these top athletes have it. I'm sure there's probably a common thing amongst that community and those professionals to have that type of insurance. But it goes back to, where is your money growing? You got to have it in investments. You got to buy some properties. You got to set yourself up, because one day you're the guy on top. You're the king of the hill. And tomorrow you're just a commoner like everybody else. So
that's one big factor that you just said there. And that's why I'm a huge believer in, when your name is hot and you have an opportunity as an athlete, you need to take advantage of your name when the iron strikes. Because what happens is you're an injury away from your name being from up here to being down here. And if you want to take full advantage, you need to do it when you are healthy, when you're in your prime, when you just came into the league, you're tearing it up. You need to do those moves to set yourself up, because you don't know. Yeah, you might turn into a Tom Brady or one of these guys, or an Aaron Rodgers, or one of these elite athletes who have a long career, but you might not. And that might not is a heavy percentage when it comes to a sport like football. So if you're not prepared, you don't look into, how can I become a businessman? How can I invest in businesses? How can I put my money in places that are going to continue growing? How can I protect myself and my family? How can I create generational wealth? Because it's not playing football. And here's the thing: a lot of people don't understand this, but when you're playing a sport, you're still trading time for money. It's a labor. You're still doing labor work. It's not passive. You're showing up to work and you're getting paid. So you need to grab that big payment, because you're getting paid unnormally compared to more people. You're getting paid highest amount of money. So take that payout and go put it places. Make it work while your name is hot.
I think if he's able to pull it off and get the money, because think about it, and let's just go into a very small level here. Anybody who's gone through any natural disaster on their property, and they're trying to get an adjuster and going through the insurance process, and it takes you got a hurricane back in 2017 and you're still trying to claim money from it. This is basically the same thing this guy is going through. He got an injury a while back, and the insurance company is just sitting and sitting and sitting and sitting. And it just, hope the audience, I want them to drive this home. no one is going to bail you out. The insurance company's not going to bail you out. It's great to have it. You need to have a policy. Always have insurance. But during the meantime, where you're waiting to collect on that check, make sure you have some streams of income coming in to support you.
100%. And for all those athletes out there or people who are crushing it right now, take advantage while you're hot. Take advantage of your brand, your name that you've built, the skill sets you put out there, especially for somebody who's building traction or has built traction, because you never know how long that will last. So you need to put it out there. Go build other things with it so that way you're supported just in case something does happen. So go out there, go do that. And guys, if you got value out of this segment, we would appreciate if you like, comment, subscribe, drop a rating, leave a review, because the more love you show us, the more love we can show back. Until next time on the Sweat It Out podcast.